Hello and welcome back here to SRL TV for more finals action. We're live up here in North Queensland, the home of the Cowboys. And leading at his side for the Canberra Raiders is Jordan Lewis, back in the front row here this evening with the return of Rahul Kaval to boost the forward pack and get them over the line here in this elimination final here. Chris Lord leading out the Cowboys. I'm Eddie Oliver, joined by your SRL Commissioner, Lachlan Martin. And both these sides here this evening. Elimination final. Both sides are 80 minutes away.
Sorry about that, Eddie. My mic was still muted. But yeah, both these sides, obviously the Cowboys coming off the back of a disappointing loss last week to the Manly Sea Eagles. Had a late surge, but it just wasn't good enough in the end. And the obviously the Raiders, 2 finals victories again so far this season after they won 2 in a row last season, only to go down to the Sea Eagles. They're now going to beat both. In order for them to win the comp, they've got to beat both teams that lost the grand finals too. So it's going to be a hard matchup here. But both sides are looking to play very well because both sides have been playing very well recently.
And both of these sides are 80 minutes away from an SRL grand final. They'll play it on the 30. Kaval with the run. They'll go back to Wally Allen. The alarms are going off in Lachlan up here in the commentary box. We're going to go off to Jordan Lewis now. He's manhandled back there over the 40 now. A good defensive set early here from the Cowboys. It's 4th tackle. The Raiders will look for the early kick through Thompson. He's not going to get the best of strikes on that one. Alamatungi will bring it up to the halfway. The fans are going to be alive here in North Queensland. They're wanting to go a grand final, and either of these sides that go through here this evening, Lockie, what a grand final we'll have on our hands next week.
Yeah, obviously the Cowboys and Manly, that's the grand final. A lot of people have been predicting this final series after the dominant season they had. And then on top of that, it just makes a whole lot of sense. Both these teams have been the 2 best sides across the competition for the last 3 or 4 seasons now. It only makes sense they finally versed in the big dance. But the Raiders, they've been up there 2 grand final losses in a row. They want to get one before their dynasty potentially ends.
Indeed they will, as squads are being all changed up next season. It's now or never for the Raiders. A grubber kick. And Leondis will pick it up there for them. He'll be departing next season too. South Sydney Rabbitohs. And now they're going to hand it off to Jordan Lewis. That's a strong run. Breaking away from Chris Lord there. He'll come back and get him around the legs. Over the 30 now here for the Raiders. Only 1st tackle. Kaval with the run. They've been missing him. And now he's off to the races. That's a strong cover tackle made there by the Cowboys. They're in the Cowboys half now, the Raiders. James will send it left. Off here to Thompson. He'll just run it up, tuck it under. It's 3rd now. There's only 5 minutes gone. This game's already got everything in it. They'll go the same way now. King will ball play to Lillard. And haven't they missed Rahul Kaval? Already showing his dominance in class early. They'll go right. And then underneath now to Leondis. Leondis will drive in front of the sticks. What a forward pack both sides are putting out on the field here this evening. 5th tackle for the Raiders now. Thompson, the crossfield bomb. Who's underneath it for them? Tap back. The glitch of the game, Eli Barnes. He'll open the scoring. The few Canberra fans up here in North Queensland are up on their feet. They're alive, and they're wanting to go all the way to the grand final.
Yeah, Eli Barnes. He tends to have a little bit of a slow start to his campaigns, Eli Barnes, and pick up steam towards the final series. And that's what he's done once again here. Just a great little tap back there. And he charges on it off. I feel like that might be his first involvement of the game, Eli Barnes, and he scores with it. 5.5 minutes gone, and the Raiders strike very early on now after a great little couple forward runs from Jordan Lewis, then Rahul. Rahan can't get that goal, but the Raiders will be happy with the early lead.
It definitely will be. Points are crucial in this game. It has the feeling of to be a low-scoring contest. Both sides defensively as strong as all nails, and they got scored on from the tap back from the kick, Eli Barnes. No surprise there. It's good signs for Canberra if you see Eli being injected early.
Yeah, well, I think last time these 2 teams versed, it was 22-18. Cowboys won, but I think the Cowboys were up 22-6 or something after 42 minutes. And then the Raiders, they just tried their absolute hard off to win that game, but the deficit was too much by then. The Raiders have improved a lot since then. They only lost by 4 points last time they versed, so either team can win this game, and so far it's the advantage Raiders early on.
And they're 30 out now. Only 2nd tackle for the Raiders. Lillard will offload it, and the captain, Chris Lord, is there to pick it up now. It's the Cowboys' turn to strike back. They're going to go right. And that's going to be 6 more again for the Cowboys. Tara Maxwell will pick it. Be put down 25 out. They'll go left. Wallace, short ball to space the pace. And in front of the sticks, 3 to bring down the big raging front row. They're going to go right now. Moana at the back to Alamatangi. The fullback's alive here for both sides. He can't go far in that one now. And that's a penalty given away. Strategic, we'll never know. But they're going to go for the 2. And that's probably beautiful stuff there from the Raiders. They're going to be 2 points behind here, North Queensland.
Yeah, I think the Raiders probably celebrating here. Maybe the Cowboys are banking on the fact that the Raiders would give away another penalty and they can tie the game up. But I'm not sure what the play is here. They look to have the Raiders on the rope there. They're struggling a bit. Kieran also slotted over. But the Cowboys, I guess they'll get points while they're down there.
No strong conversion there from Kieran Wells to make it 2 points. The difference. A low-scoring affair here early, coming up to the 10-minute mark. Caval to kick off the ball. And that was very interesting there. Chris Lord didn't even hesitate. We went straight to the camera angle, went for the 2. They're definitely feeling like that points are going to be rare to come by.
Yeah, I don't know if that was the right decision by the Cowboys. But they'll take the 2 here and they'll move on.
Robbo Mobberston for the return now. Pulled down on the 15. Strong tackle from the Raiders forwards, and then there's Kobe Johnston. He'll drive it up over the 20 now for them. Second tackle for the Cowboys. They'll move it right through Wells. Moana short ball to Chris Lord. That's well handled there. His forwards aren't going anywhere for the Cowboys at the moment. Third tackle. Markers will get onside. They'll go left looking to spread it. There's Johnston again, the workhorse. 3 to bring them down on this occasion. Fourth tackle for the Cowboys. They're going to need a kick out of trouble here, but they're still going to work the ball. Who needs a kick when you got this beautiful big fella running up the field? They'll offload it to Chris Lord now. Finish off the set on the 40 out from the Raiders line. Ricocheted pass. Alamatangi will pick up the ball, and he'll find some space now. Offload now. Mobberston will get pulled down on the 30. Miscommunication from the Cowboys, but they make quick use of it.
Yeah, Cowboys just look a little bit disorganised at the beginning of this game. Definitely wasn't meant to end up with Alamatangi in the last, but he made a little bit of something. Obviously, he's big, quick on his feet, Alamatangi, so that was a good little play there considering everything. But just overall, Cowboys, they're just struggling just a little bit to start this game, despite them being given plenty of opportunities with a couple of Raiders errors early on.
Do you reckon that they're surprised about how the Raiders have come out of the blocks? Especially, Lockie, their forward pack. They've just been raging up the middle, one run at a time, getting a line break pretty much every carry that their forwards are taking. And then they score the first try from it. Demando now finds some space. Alamatangi will cover him up there, though. 20 out here. They'll be looking for the attacking kick. The aerial raid from Luke Thompson. That's on point. They're not going to get there to contest, but they need a strong tackle onto Tara Maxwell. That is strong stuff. They're pinning the Raiders in this 10-meter box in the corner. The Cowboys, matter of fact, and that's strong stuff from the Raiders.
Yeah, I love that one. The Raiders. That was a really great chase there by Samuel Lillard after he made an error early on. Stays the pace. Showed a little bit of stuff. He's probably might have been Rob Mobberston there. My apologies, but whoever it is, no, it is Stays the pace. Whoever it is has shown a lot of good start there, the number 10 for the Cowboys, and he's probably been their best player. Other than that, though, the Cowboys are just looking a little bit off the big in this game. It's only 2 points to difference. 13 minutes gone. But so far, the Raiders forward pack is dominating the Cowboys.
Thomas Wallace do the kicking duties. Down to the flying winger and Jacob Morrison, and he's found some space now, but there's plenty of Cowboys defenders there to scramble. 30 out here from their own line. That's a strong return there from Morrison. Caval will go inside to Jordan Lewis. Well handled there. Driven back. 35 out of their own line here. The Raiders. They're going to work it out of their own end now. Working the short side, and Morrison will be driven down there on the 40. It's third tackle here for the Raiders. They're going to send it right. The long ball from Thompson out to Tim James, who fends off Chris Lord. Now he offload to Caval. He'll get some good post-contact meters there for his side. Eli Bunce do the dummy half work. They'll go to Josh King now. Driven back there to the 40. Mr. Fix-It, Josh King, playing out of position in the centres all season. He's been a live wire for them. Thompson now the crossfield punt. That's on point. They're not going to take it on the full. And Bunty Cambolo will pick it up. Eli Bunce, that's a strong tackle. He could have gone a lot further there, but they did well to keep them in their own half.
Yeah, Bunty Cambolo with a bit of space there. Just Made them pay down the wing there. Just had a bit of space for a second. Barnes came across, made a tackle. Cowboys look a little bit of a lot better defensive set there. And having looked to go up the middles. That's a good run there by Amatangi with the offload.
A risky offload there to Moana, but he takes it nonetheless. Short of the halfway now, they'll go right. Mobberston just will wind it up. Be pulled down on the halfway mark now. Fourth tackle, the Cowboys. Wells will send it left to Johnston, and Johnston's going to drive there. 40 metres gained in that set for the North Queensland Cowboys. They'll be looking for the kick into the Raiders' half. Moana will be down the field. They're not going to take it on the full. That's a beautiful kick. Marshall Edwards, work to do, steps around one, and he turns Alamatungi inside out. Good night. The Canberra Raiders are racing away at 1300 Smile Stadium. The crowd's falling. Marshall Edwards, he's alive. And the Canberra Raiders, they're going to continue this trying raid. This is excellent stuff. Class from the Raiders.
Yeah, beautiful stuff there from Marshall Edwards. He's such a good winger. Obviously, his last season at the Raiders this year, but he's so strong when he gets in space. Got a little space there, and after the Cowboys sort of started to fight their way back into the game, just a couple of missed tackles down that sideline, and Marshall Edwards turned Amatangi inside out. All the speed to burn. I don't think Marshall was probably the quickest player in the comp, to be honest, and he just scores that easily, and now the Raiders going to go up by 8 points.
Canberra Raiders, they must have some sort of sprint coach down there. Eli Barnes, Marshall Edwards, they've got all the pace in the world. You just need them to give
Morrison.
You just need to give them a bit of room.
Even Tim James for a hooker is quite quick. They've got them all.
And also their forwards as well. They've got a bit of pace on them. You know, Caval, Thompson, it's all over the park. Wells will kick back off. 8 points the difference. 18 minutes gone. This is the Raiders. They've come out of the block away from home in this North Queensland crowd. It's not affecting them one bit.
Yeah, it started similar to what happened last week. You know, the Cowboys last week were a bit shell-shocked by how fast Manly started. Probably a little bit faster than the Raiders have started, to be honest. Then it's led to the Cowboys being down, I think, might have been 18, 24 points in the opening 20 or so minutes there last week. And once again, the Raiders, a little more slow burn on it, but still, the Cowboys have missed the jump, and it's caused them to be down by 8 points early on.
And, you know, you can't... You know, early kick here from the Cowboys, matter of fact, Cavalli won't get the strike on. Alamatungi to return it. Can he get one back? That's a strong tackle made there. And you have to give it to Moana, the long-range try from Edwards. That was a perfect kick. And where he returned that from was halfway on the end goal, and that was just all class. But the Cowboys, they're looking to have a good opportunity here now. Moana, interchange is being made.
Sorry to cut you off there, but you talk about Moana, you know, his kick was good. He's probably even filthy at his chases there. It was just awful from his chases. It's another good tackle made there on Amatangi.
25 out now, fourth tackle. The Cowboys need to find a try here. Columbus will go for a run, but that's a strong tackle made there. Coming over to cover was Caval, I believe. This is fifth now for the Cowboys. Lord will put up the bomb. Who's underneath it? Taken by Alamatungi, but there's plenty of Raiders defenders there. That is excellent stuff on their own line at the death. They're showing that they want this. And the best way to show it is to start it early and do it for the full 80 minutes.
Yeah, well, so far the Cowboys have shown their determination, and in particular the Cowboys. I meant the Raiders, especially they've targeted Amatangi so far tonight. It's just every time he touches the ball, he's just swarmed by 2 or 3 defenders, not given any room at all. And it's worked to a peak so far as the Raiders now third tackle up towards halfway.
Inside ball now. That's going to go to Eli Barnes. Here he goes, Eli. Oh, that's a strong tackle made on the inside. I believe that's Wallace. That had to be made. Alamatungi looked to be in all sorts out the back. Ricochet picked up to Tara Maxwell. That was dangerous. He could have been gone. Had to be made that tackle again. Both sides scrambling well. But an error from the Raiders. Hodgson will take the run. This is good stuff here from the Cowboys. Short of the halfway. Second tackle. Tara Maxwell will go for another run during this set. Third tackle. Wells will send it left. Chris Lord will ball play it to Hodgson again. Cameron will drive now to the 40. 2 to bring him down in that tackle. Marcus get onside. They're going to spread it down the short side now. Alamatungi out the back to Tara Maxwell, not being able to break any tackles on this occasion. 3 runs from him, and that's set. Mountain of work that he's putting onto himself. But the kick in now from Wells. The crossfield punt. That's beautiful stuff. You need to watch out. Here's Marshall Edwards now. That's strong tackle. Had to be made, the Cowboys. They bring him down on this occasion, and they hold on.
Yeah, another good tackle there on, I think that was Marshall Edwards this time, but once again, the Raiders are still working. The Cowboys haven't really made any errors so far yet. It's just, when they have the ball, they just can't do much with it. Well, the Raiders make a lot of errors, but when they have the ball in good field position, they've striked so far.
And there's Downey now, go for a run. 35 out. Now they're going to go left. Early kick now. Thompson, he's not going to get the distance on it. Columbus will pick the ball up. Bit of space here for Columbus. That's a good run. Eli's going to have to come back to cover halfway. Full set here for the Cowboys. Wells will give it off to Chris Lord now. Beautiful stuff. The Cowboys, they're going to have a good chance here.
Yeah, look, they're looking good at the moment, the Cowboys, but they need to find some points first. That's a brilliant run by Kobe Kelly.
Offload from Malamatangi. Marcus still getting onside. Wells won't take advantage. But Damian Moano's looking to just wound up there, the little 5'8". It'll be pulled down left hand, the upright now. The Cowboys, it's fourth tackle. They'll go right. Off to Alamatangi. Out the back to Wallace. And in this 10-meter red box now, the red zone, the Cowboys, it's fifth tackle. It has to be a grubber kick, surely. Grubber kick from Lord. Ricochet, and there's Rahul to cover. That is beautiful awareness from the forward. The height of him, he had to get down low there to get it. Caval's going to go for a run now. Turning defense into attack here, coming out of their own end, the Canberra Raiders.
Yeah, we're looking good at the moment, the Raiders, after that. Defense on Demando now.
Oh, Demando now. A full race with Alamatangi. Offloading, Wally Allen will take it. Alamatangi was just getting back on side. And Demando went, you have to come with me. Matt Downey now will go for the run in front of the sticks, 20 out. The Raiders on front, live wire out of the blocks early. Ben Arnold. 3 in there to bring him down. Lord will get onside. The Cowboys in all sorts. Can they hold on? It's the Raiders' turn to attack. The bomb from Thompson. Who's underneath it? Tap back. The glitch. Oh, what a tackle. That is excellent stuff. That is semi-finals defense. The Cowboys, they're holding on. That is beautiful stuff. Oh, no, ricochet off the goalpost. They're going to be pinned here by the Cowboys in their own end. The Raiders.
Yeah, everything's happening down there at the far end of Townsville right now. I thought Eli Buds was in for a second there, but a great cover tackle. He did that play before it worked. This time it just can't get the ball over the line. He drops it short, or I should say grounds it short. Then they throw it into the upright, but now the Cowboys, they were pushing away upfield. And another warning shot thrown by the Raiders, while the Cowboys, when they have the ball, like, look again, Amatangi actually, I save that, and then he actually breaks some tackles there. That's better for Amatangi, but they just seem to be able to keep all the Cowboys' big men at bay at the moment, but that's a good run there. Oh,
here we go to Tara Maxwell. Eli Buns will get back the cover, though. Plenty of energy in the tank there to bring him down. Live wire winger. They'll go right. Wallace off to Kobe Kelly. He won't go far there. But he'll drive and get some good post-contact meters for his efforts. Fifth tackle. Can they get something right now? The Cowboys. The bomb from Wallace. In front of the sticks. Taken by Alamatangi, but the scramble defense is there. And the Raiders show that they can do it as well, just as well as the Cowboys did earlier, back on their own line.
Yeah, another great defense there. Again on Amatangi, just Tim James and Cavallo was that time just on him. Won't let him get any space. Now Cavallo with another great hit up. He's had a tremendous start to this game, Cavallo. Hasn't had any of the real big highlight moments, but he's been just working his ass off in defense and attack. And he's just showing exactly what he can do.
Lillard now, and they're not getting their kicks right there, the Cowboys, Lockie. There's been one good one. Eli Barnes will go for a run. That bomb was just in all sorts, and they need to be getting those situations right as they're looking not to come as usual as they would for them. They need to take advantage of them, and quick, smart too. The scoreboard could get out of hand coming into the break. Caval now with the punt downfield. Picked up. Bunty Cambolo finds some space. And back there, as usual, Eli Barnes will take it. 8 minutes to go. The Cowboys, they need to find a try coming into halftime.
Yeah, look, they need to find something, the Cowboys. At the moment, it's just... First 30 minutes, their attack just has looked a bit dead. Like, I feel like that's the first bump ball we've seen all game from the Cowboys, considering how often they do it, and it just... Something about that it just seems a little bit off. In the terms of their attack from their forwards. You know, Moana, I feel like, has tried his... Savamatangi's tried, but they've just been able to isolate him. You know, Chris Lord hasn't done much to begin this game. We know how good he can be.
I need a good kick here, the Cowboys. And they're going to go to Columbus for it. Down to Marshall Edwards. Uh-oh, watch out. Strong defense made on him there. 25 out. They've got to defend here, the Cowboys. They have to keep them in their own half. Tim James will hand it off to Ben Arnold. Offloading to James. That's well read there by the Cowboys defense. Now they'll play it up to Matt Downey pumping off one. That's strong stuff from Downey. 5 short of the halfway now. The Raiders are looking to spread it right. They'll go inside to Rahul. Rahul will drive over the halfway now. Marcus will get onside. James will go left. They're going to work the short side now. Josh King with some space. Wallace will come over to cover. That's a better defensive set from the Cowboys considering where the Raiders started. Now Thompson with the crossfield punt. This has been on all day. Can Bunty Kembolo come up with a good return? Here he goes, Bunty. He gets around here like Xavier Demando. He might not have made the tackle, but he slowed him down. That is class. That's beautiful stuff there from Xavier. That was looked to be a try for all money.
I thought Bunty Kembolo was away. I thought, here we go. The Cowboys are going to start with something, and Van Demando. It's a tremendous start to this game. Good in defense and good in attack, and that's another great run. But there we go. Carl Murray working his way upfield now.
Beautiful run there from Murray now. 25 out. They'll work the left-hand side. Bunty Kembolo again. Give him a try. But you're not going to get past Xavier Demando as he showed earlier. 4th tackle, they'll go right. Moana will ball play it far out the back to Murray in front of the sticks. 82 metres gained in this set for the Cowboys. They've got the numbers. Can they get the points? Now they're going to send it into the pocket. Moana, crossfield bomb, on point. Kobe Kelly's underneath it, but Josh King is as well, and he's going to get some metres for the Raiders to put up for his efforts. And what a take from the rookie.
Yeah, brilliant stuff. Josh King has been great in the air all season. That's another great run. It's now Barnes.
Eli Barnes now the foot race. He's 30 out. Alamatungi's holding it with him. The pass. Xavier Demando. Kembolo will come in to save the day. Just as Demando did earlier, they'll go left. Caval now will run it. Right hand the upright. There's 2 minutes to go. The Cowboys, they need to hold it out. They need to hold. This wall, North Queensland's getting behind them. The ref's going to call held up. We'll go back to the 10. There's, I reckon it'll only be about 3rd tackle here for them. 4th, matter of fact. They'll go left. Short ball from Thompson. Lillard. They have to calm it down here, the Cowboys, as do I need with my voice. It's 5th tackle. And now they're going to go right. Thompson, the bomb. Who's underneath it? The Cowboys need to take this. Columbus take a bow. That is strong stuff. They're not going to get far here, but they're not going to get scored upon.
Yeah, look, a good set there by the Raiders, but the Cowboys defense shows up there. Both teams' defense is really working hard so far this game. Just the attack for both sides is a bit off, but overall, the Cowboys, they didn't improve in that second half because at the moment, it looks like the Raiders are running away with it still.
The last running from space, the pace. Halftime here at 1300 Smile Stadium. The Raiders lead away from home 10 points to 2 against the North Queensland Cowboys.
From video editing to thumbnail design, Flow Managing covers all of your YouTube and social media needs, relieving the stress of finding creative workers and giving you more time to be creative yourself. Why wait? Join Flow Managing and we will work for you.
Welcome back here to the second half on SRL TV in the finals. We're deep into the finals now. Both sides, they're 40 minutes away from an SRL Grand Final. 40 minutes to have their last say to who takes the big stage with Manly. Lachlan Martin, your thoughts on the first half?
Yeah, I'm really looking forward to see how this goes in the second half. Something quite interesting to point out is that Chris Lord has actually subbed himself off at half-time. We should see him later in the game, rather than, you know, we usually see him replace the majority of the game, especially this period after half-time. But the Cowboys, they got to find something. Their first half attack looked poor, to say the least. They've been a traditional second half team, especially in the later half of this season, so we'll see if that happens again. If that happens, this game is still wide open, but we're going to have to find something sooner rather than later.
The Cowboys did prove against Manly last week that they were able to put on points, and they're flying out the blocks early here. The mountain isn't as big to climb here, but the Raiders, they're looking to make it hard for them. Space the pace now, wind up. It's good to see, Lockie, that they've gotten Robbo Mobberson and space the pace. They're starting forwards back out there fresh to just hopefully reignite this. But Moana, a solid kick. Nobody's underneath it. Eli Barnes will pick it up and shut the gate. The glitch in the game is off up over the halfway. They were starting well, the Cowboys, but it's falling away as the Canberra Raiders drive down here at 1300 Smile Stadium to open the scoring of the first half.
I was about to say that was an absolutely terrific start to this game. Putting up foot to this half for the Cowboys. And then that kick change, there was no one there. And Barnes just caught it, let it bounce, caught the ball, ran onto it at pace. And by the time he took a step, he stepped in front of everyone and was gone. They wouldn't have caught him. He could have ran all the way to, he could run all the way back home to Canberra and they wouldn't have catched him. Caught him, I should say. But either way, at the rate, the Cowboys could not have had a worse start to this half after that now. They're now down by 14. Barnes has scored off his first touch in both halves. And he's looked unstoppable at points tonight.
And excellent stuff there for the Canberra Raiders. 16 points to 14 the difference. 3 gone in the first half from the Raiders. They've already continued this absolute beautiful performance that they're putting on for Canberra. And also North Queensland if they might not be supporting them. And Wells will kick it off here to Aaron Leondis for the return. They've done the exact same, getting their starting forwards back out there on the field. Caval now short ball to Lewis. Lewis will drive up there over the 30 now. I should say just short of the 30. The Raiders will work at left. Lillard with a run. Samuel Lillard will drive up to the 35. 2 in there to bring him down. They're just working it through the middle. Charlie Rossini with a strong run. What a loss he's going to be for them. He's such a good player. He hasn't been given a chance in a starting role at the number 9. Going to be interested to see how he goes next season now. 5th tackle for the Raiders. And they'll send it in the pocket. Ricochet, miscommunication. Jordan Lewis will pick it up. And they're going to get a full tackle set here on the halfway, the Cowboys.
Something I wanted to point out about the Cowboys is that they've had a lot of ball this game. Raiders actually made more tackles inside that opening half. It was just the fact that the Raiders just took more of their opportunities. The Cowboys had lots of ball. They just couldn't take any of it. And as a result, you know, they were down in half time and they're still down now by 14 points. They have to start taking some of these opportunities, otherwise they have no chance of doing anything in this game and will go out in straight sets. Which I think will be a massive shock to a lot of people.
Now Wallace will drive short of the 10. 4th tackle now. Eli will come into the line to defend. Now they're going to work it left. Wells, Mobberston. Long ball out to Alamatungi now. Left hand to the upright now for the North Queensland Cowboys. 39 metres gained in that set. The kick needs to be strong here from Moana. And yes, it is. Who's underneath it? They need something, and Jacob Morrison, that's class. He'll take it in goal. So they'll get a 20-metre tap here, the Raiders. And again, they're just showing their class. In the air, on the ground, they can cover it anywhere.
That was another great catch despite Pablo Morris. We've seen Josh King do it. We've seen Lamando do it. We've seen Barnes do it. Now it's time for Morrison to make a great catch. And that's another thing. The forward pack has been setting it up for the Raiders, and as a result, it's allowing just the back so much freedom. We've seen, obviously, 2 by Barnes, try by Edwards, and at the moment, the Raiders just are looking all on top, but that's another great run there by Rossini. Just a great fend off there into space. They're just showing what they can do at the moment.
They're going to send it left now. Caval, short ball to Leondis. 4th tackle now. They're motoring up the field, the Raiders. A long ball from James out to Lillard. We pull down short of the 20 now. It's 5th tackle for the Raiders. Can they extend the scoring here at 1300 Smile Stadium? Grab a kick, Eli Barnes. He's over for a hat-trick. Shut the gate in between the backs of the North Queensland Cowboys. And he's going to be enjoying that one. The ref will point to the spot. That is excellent stuff.
You can take an absolute bow because Eli Barnes has opened the gate. See, that was a brilliant little kick there. Luke Thompson just took on the line, found some space, and just powered it through, and Barnes ran onto it. And once he'd got there, you're not going to stop him. Amatungi and Campbell were waiting back for a bomb. It never came, and Barnes put an explosion there as he scores his hat-trick. And I don't know if I have not seen enough from the Cowboys to say that they can come back from this. They might be able to get a couple tries, but I just haven't seen enough from them today to say that there's any chance of them coming back. And I think the Raiders have 1.5 feet in a grand final at the moment.
Well, we're going to be coming up to the 30 minutes left as the clock dawns. It just becomes even more daunting.
I don't want to point out, we know how quickly the Cowboys can score tries. Obviously, they scored 4 tries in the final 30 minutes last week. But the thing is, if they do that, they have to make sure the Raiders don't score again. And last week we saw them score 4 tries, and I think the 4 tries, Manly still scored again anyway, so it became obsolete. It didn't matter. It didn't matter them scoring the last 4 tries. So if they're going to have to do something, their defense is also going to pick up because it's been an awful start to this half, even worse than what it was in the first half.
You know, pretty much what you're saying there, Lockie. They've got to play perfect footy for the next 30 minutes. No errors, no mistakes. And they've just got to drive through this Raiders defensive line and find some points. And now they're going to drive up to the 40. Third tackle now for the Raiders. They'll go left. The short side, Jacob Morrison will find some space now. This is excellent stuff. 40 out here from the Cowboys line, third tackle. 30 minutes to go. The second half. Who's going to the grand final? Short here to Lewis.
He could have just gone himself there, Orsini.
He's been finding the outer backs of the North Queensland Cowboys that much. But Thompson now, they need a strong return near the Cowboys. Kembolo. Here he goes, Bunty. They'll come in a strong tackle too there to make it. He'll drive up to the 30. This is where it starts from the Cowboys. Getting back into the grind. No more tries. Here we go, Kevin Walmsley. Oh, no. Tim James there to save the day. They've just always looked likely to stop whatever the Cowboys try to ignite.
Yeah, they'll be disappointed there. And now Josh King goes up the middle. It's looking dangerous. If they try here, I don't think they can come back if they score another try for Raiders. They cannot. Cowboys have to make sure they don't concede another try.
Eli Barnes, they look to be through for all money, but they put it out the back to Eli. Third tackle. Here they goes. It's going to be Ruben Mobbs now at the run, right hand of the upright. Which way is James going to send it? It'll be left. Rossini, he'll just take the run himself. Charlie Rossini underneath the sticks. He's been finding some open spaces. Now he's going to find the white chalk. The ref's going to put it up as no try, but shut the gate. He was outmatched, outsized, but he wasn't out-hearted there.
Yeah, Rossini take an absolute bow. He's had a tremendous impact off the bench this game. In fact, across the whole season, to be completely honest. And that was just another great run there. Just took a flat pass, left foot step, into Mobberston. And he's a smaller body, but he just has so much heart. He was so determined there to score. And sometimes determination is all you need to find the chalk, and that's what he did. And now the Raiders up by 26. I think this is going to be the Raiders in the season 6 grand final against the team that beat them last year, the Manly Sea Eagles.
Well, we're going to have potentially, Lockie, a grand final rematch and the grand final. And, wow. Yeah, well, either of these sides would have brought the hype to the grand final here in season 6, but we're confidently saying we're looking for the Raiders. And what a game we'll have on our hands. But we've still got 25 minutes here to go.
Yeah, I'm kind of shocked that, to be honest, the Cowboys, they've just so choked the final series, at least so far. And, you know, we say they can't. They can come back. We know they can score points quickly, but I've just seen nothing in terms of attack from them at all today. In fact, for most of the final series. And at the moment, I'm more thinking it's the Raiders by how much more than if the Cowboys can come back. Because that's the reality of how the Cowboys played today.
100%. And now Rossini's going to go for another run, and he got rid of Alametungi there. Sniper came along and just shot him and put him in the dirt. Now they're going to go for the kick. Cavallo, crossfield punt down to Tara Maxwell. Here he goes, Maxwell. A run with Eli Barnes. He got him earlier. Can he get around Eli now? Tara Maxwell, 20 out. Eli's going to come in for the tackle. Well, it's now or never. 25 minutes to go. They're in their red zone. It's first tackle. They're going to go straight down the short side now. Bunty Kambolo will drive. They'll get around the legs. In the corner, will be held up.
Ruben Wilson, they need to work it. That was a great tackle there.
They need to work it back to the middle now. The Cowboys. Moana out the back to Columbus. Left hand of the upright. Columbus will be brought down. And they'll send it back this way now. The switch play, matter of fact, inside element. Oh, you're kidding. Every single play they orchestrated just doesn't come together. The intercept, the forward pass, the knock on. And they're just finding every part of the book here, the Cowboys, not to score.
Yeah, look, that looked like a good pass, but I have to go with the referee there. I think it kind of floated forward as Alex like he hit the line. He was a little bit in front. Probably the right call in the end by the ref, but the Cowboys just pressure getting to them. There was good pressure by the Raiders defense, and it got to the Cowboys in the end. The ball floats forward.
Yeah, you could almost say that you would know that ball's forward considering how the defenders reacted when it came out the hands, Lockie. They weren't running in to make the tackle at all. Now here goes Eli Barnes. Alametungi is looking to score. Eli's been looking for the past 57 minutes, and he's already gotten 3 tries. 5th tackle. James will send it in the pocket to Caval for the kick downfield. Kembolo. Oh, that's a strong tackle. That's Xavier Demando, I believe. He's been doing that all game. This is beautiful stuff. The backs, the forwards, the halves. They've all orchestrated this win here for the Cowboys this evening. For the Raiders, matter of fact. My apologies.
Yeah, I think Chris needs to get himself back on the field at the moment. If there are any chance of winning, he needs to be on the park now-ish. He has to get on, because otherwise I just don't see a way for the Cowboys to come back unless he gets involved. Because after all, he is one of the best players in the comp, best lock in the comp. Season 5 Elvis Strange winner. We know how good of a player he is, and yeah, he needs to be back on the field now.
And now they're going to be 25 out. 5th tackle now the Cowboys, and it's now or never. The kick, it's going to be too deep. Alamatangi, I should say Barnes takes it. They'll bring them down on their own line. But the clock now for the Cowboys is going to be their worst enemy. That's well read there. James was going for a run. They'll drive him back even further, matter of fact. 2nd tackle, they needed the defensive set of a lifetime. Short ball to Lillard. Lillard now, just over the 10 for the Raiders. They'll go right. Thompson, short ball, Leondis. Strong defensive set here. It's only 4th tackle, and they've only made 20 meters, the Raiders. Now they're going to go right. Lillard again. That is a beautiful defensive set from the Cowboys, but is it going to be too late? The 60-minute mark, you'd presume. Chris Lord will be back on the field as this ball gets returned here. Be taken by Kembolo on the full. Here he comes, Bunty. He'll wind up. Well handled there on the 40. But Chris Lord needs to get out there quick, smart, and just start working it up the middle.
Yeah, he does, and that was a brilliant piece of defense there. But now the Cowboys they're already over the 40, I should say. You know, it was good kick defense by the Raiders, but the Cowboys, they're working their way back upfield. They're going back to basics. Cowboys still think they can win. I don't know if I agree with that, but they have to do something soon.
Alamatangi, they'll be taken on the 20. Cowboys will send it left now. Wells, short ball. Arnold Takuri. He brought down right-handedly up right now here for the Cowboys. 5th tackle. Now or never. The kick needs to be on point. The catch does. The bomb's good from Wallace. Where's the attacking catches? And Alamatangi will be brought down. That's been the case all evening here for the Cowboys. They can't get anything right. The tap back was good, but Alamatangi was going nowhere.
Yeah, and I want to bring up Ruben Mobbs. I feel like his defense since he's come on has been absolutely brilliant. But that's his 4th tackle on Alamatangi when he's looked dangerous, and another tackle there on him. Everyone for the Raiders just standing up today as a whole. They're playing as a team, and it's caused them to be up massively against the team that we thought would probably be a lock-in for the grand final.
Strong tackle made there on Eli. And I believe also Lucky said that he made the try-saving tackle on Bunty Kembolo when that could have been the spark that reignited this Cowboys attack. He just went, "Nope, we're having none of this." Got around the legs. The Raiders, they'll work it left now. Thompson. He'll tuck it under and run. 15 out in the red zone now. The Canberra Raiders, they'll send it in the pocket for Josh King. This is a statement to Manly. The crossfield bomb from King. Kobe Kelly will take it. He'll be driven now within that 10-meter box, and they're looking to pin the Cowboys down in here. The Raiders, they're looking for an 80-minute performance.
Yeah, Raiders just keep going. They want to put them on a massive score here. Just everything about the Cowboys today. Nothing seems to have gone their way. They've had a lot of ball early on, the Cowboys, but something I actually want to point out about the Raiders is that their defense has been absolutely incredible. It's going to get, all the talk's going to be about their attack. Obviously, Bard's scoring a hat-trick, but you can't forget how good they were in defense, especially that first half. They made more tackles, yet they were leading by 8 at half-time.
Was that Kobe Kelly with the kick?
I think so, yeah.
That's huge.
But he has no kick chase.
Oh, no. Oh, no, watch out. But, yeah, they've just been on point. They're looking to just continue putting the Cowboys to the blowtorch here, the Raiders. This has been a class performance. And if I was Matty Harrison Manly, would you get chills down your back? How would you be feeling right now, Lockie, if you're in his position?
Oh, I'm sure Matty Harris will be watching very closely, just making sure he watches how they play. You want to be nervous, but he's making sure he watches what the Raiders are doing well and what they need to shut down next week.
Well, I think Eli Barnes is the one that starts it for them, because it's been shown in the past if you can shut down Eli. Because the Raiders seem to follow off Eli's momentum, you get what I mean. But Bunty Kembolo shut the game momentum, but Eli's going all the way with him. Talking about momentum, he hasn't lost to pace here, the veteran fullback. Now they're going to go right. Alamatangi, well, he's over for all money. Surely there he is again, Eli Barnes. They'll get her around the legs. Right hand, the upright, he can do everything. He's the magician, the long ball, space the pace will put it down. Any man deserving of a try is this man. A beautiful ball from Wells. He's been working out there all evening. It's more than a one-game man, but he's been the only person here for the Cowboys who's been standing up.
Yeah, good stuff there. You know, it goes long pass over, and, well, you had to crack eventually. The Raiders' defense has been incredible. I can't believe they got Bunty Kambolo again. He's probably left about 3 tries out of there on most days. He's had that much space, but they're just the cover defense, the desperation.
Eli.
I'm actually probably going to say the Cowboys are probably, so the Raiders probably missed more tackles than the Cowboys. It's just been their desperation defense. You know, someone misses, someone's there to help them out. And in the end, it was just a little short ball that got them over. And 20 points in 12 minutes is incredibly unlikely. They could maybe do it, but the Raiders look to be still heading to a grand final, so they won't be too disheartened by that try.
No, 100%. And talking about, you know, those defensive scrambles, like getting back on side, Lockie. At halftime, Xavier Demando, he plays out in the centres and he had 3 missed tackles. He might have missed those 3 tackles, but you and me both saw probably in 2 of those occasions he stopped a certain try. And that's just showing the effort getting there. You might not get the tackle, but you'll make that slight momentum killer that will allow the others to get there. But it is Chris Lord. That's what they've been missing for the past 69 minutes. Chris Lord in open space. Second tackle, the Cowboys. They'll go right. Inside now to the previous try scorer and space the pace. Up to the halfway now. Wells, which way is he going to send it? They'll go right. Thomas Wallace, short ball there to Arnold Takuri. 40 out now, the Raiders line. The Cowboys, they're still going to motor upfield. They'll send it off to Chris Lord. Strong run here now from Lord. He'll hold on to it there on the 20. Eli Barnes to bring him down. The strong tackle there made by the fullback. 10 to go here in the second half. Moana with the bomb. Barnes, he's already ran back there. Now they need the chases. Eli Barnes, what's he going to do with it? Here he goes, Eli. Oh, Alamatangi. He could have been away for 4 there, Eli, but he finally made a tackle on him this evening.
Yeah, that was better there. I thought it for a second Barnes might have fooled them all and potentially running away for his 4th try of the day. But luckily, Alamatangi got there. He's had some good moments, Alamatangi. Just in total his game, he probably just needed to do more. You know, he had a lot of pressure on him. In fact, no, not even he needed to do more. He needed some help in some areas. That was a certain knock on there, but they're going to say play on.
Falcon, matter of fact, maybe by the look of it. Early kick now from Josh King. Alamatangi's in all sorts. He thought it was the 40-20, but now they're going to drive it down into the corner. Be picked up by Bunty Kambolo. And what a tackle, Rohan Kaval. That's beautiful stuff. They'll bring the Cowboys down on the 28 minutes to go. They're in all sorts, the Cowboys. They don't know where they're going. They don't know which way they're going. But what a performance. You can't take it away from Canberra.
Yeah, you just can't at all. It's just been such a complete performance from them. They've just been so good. I don't remember the last time I've seen a Raiders side play this good in the SRL. This might be the best performance of the last 3 seasons, especially the finals game. And they've been good the last 3 seasons. And it's just shown how dominant they can be, and they want to make sure if they get into another grand final, they're not gonna lose the 3rd straight.
Oh, Marshall Edwards now. Foot race. Ankle tap there by Wells, I believe. But the Raiders are showing us, Lockie, you can't do it with 13 players. You need 17. And I've got to give credit to Charlie Rossini, Ben Arnold, and Matt Downey. The work that they all do off the bench, that, you know, little effort plays. Kaval will go for a runny and he'll offload it. But what they do behind the scenes, coming out and doing what the starting forward pack does is absolutely out of this world.
Yeah, I mean, all great, especially Rossini. I feel like Rossini, this is his real coming of age. He hasn't done much over the past 1.5 seasons since he's made his debut, but...
Oh.
They're going to make an error there, but... He hasn't done much over his past 1.5 seasons since he made his debut, but today has been by far and away his best performance I've personally ever seen him play. He's just leg speed. What he got, every touch he made, every tackle he made was done with absolute power. And it was really, really good from Rossini.
Hodgson, they'll be brought down from the sticks. 3.5 minutes to go. They'll send it off to Chris Lord. Where's this been? That's probably about the 4th run for him.
Probably about 70 minutes too late.
Yeah, I reckon they should have changed him up and put him in starting front row at half time. But Arnold Takurian will knock it on. It's all about what ifs now for the Cowboys. What if they did this? But Xavier Demando is looking to put the nail in the coffin. Over the 30 now. Alamatungi will bring him down. Marcus will get onside. James will send it off left now to Jordan Lewis. He's going to be excited, the captain. 3 to bring him down there. And James will send it right. Thompson out the back. Eli Barnes. Chris Lord in there to bring him down. Right hand the up right now for the Cowboys. They'll send it left now. Tim James. Caval ball play to Wally Allen. Wally Allen will drive in front of the sticks. 4th tackle. Can James work his magic out of dummy half? Samuel Lillard. He'll be put on his back. Strong tackle there by the Cowboys. They've still got one more to handle. They want to go up and check it.
Yeah, I think the Raiders would just love to get another try, just to add salt in the wound, because, I think about probably our entire team deserves to try with how well they've played today. Most complete performance of the season by any team, just have them defended and have them attacked. Really enjoyed the fact they're getting a touchdown there, the Cowboys get the ball back, but it's not going to matter much.
Curry will make up for the error earlier. Space the pace now offload. And you think about like what ifs, Lockie. What if they started space the pace and Chris Lord in the front row coming into the second half? It's all about what ifs. The Cowboys, they've definitely got the class there. Just you can't do it every week, and unfortunately for them, this is the day where it's just not on point.
Yeah, I almost put my pick too early, to be honest. I feel like this back end of the year has been probably a little bit worse than the beginning. As I think one is going to kick a 40-20 just because why not? Oh no, Bart's going to get there instead.
Beautiful stuff. Eli Barnes, seconds to go. Coming up to the final minute, the Raiders, they're going to get ready to celebrate. They're going to be off to an SRL Grand Final for the second consecutive season. Third year, matter of fact. My apologies. They still haven't won one yet. Which way are they going to go now? 40 out. Surely it has to be the year for the Raider. For the green machine, they'll go left. Wally Allen. Up on the halfway. They're just going to wind it down with these runs. Thompson, short ball. Lewis. 10 seconds to go. 5th tackle. They'll get one more kick in, will they? Yes, they will. It'll be from Thompson down. He's put a lot on it. Maxwell will take it. This is the final return. What a tackle. What a game. What a season the Canberra Raiders have had. The green machine. They're celebrating. They're off to the SRL Grand Final to join the Manly Seagulls. But out the back there, holding on.
After the big dance, look at the smiles on their faces. Cowboys full of disappointment. They can't believe it. They cannot believe what's just happened here. They are in utter disappointment, utter shock. And I just think they're bamboozled by what's happened. It's like they had plenty of ball. In fact, both teams played 5 hours each. It was just, in the end, the Raiders, when they got more ball, they just made them pay. And, well, the Raiders were the better team in the end. They've had such a hard run to get to the grand final. 3 really tough wins in a row. They have one more to go, though.
There's one more. They've had to go the long route. They had to go the scenic route, the Canberra Raiders. But the Cowboys, in disbelief, Bunty Kambolo running for over 200 metres. Alamatungi, might as well put him there to join him. The effort was there. They had, 33 line breaks, Lockie. They just, what you're saying all game, they just didn't take advantage of their opportunities.
Yeah, I just think that's the case. There was also that the Raiders scramble defense is incredible. I mean, look how many metres some of their forwards made. Lord, we talked about it in quiet games. Still 150 metres and 4 line breaks. It was just whenever he got space, there was plays there to wrap him up. And close to the line, it ended up being a little short ball from to stay space that ended up being the difference. It's incredible, but in the end, it just wasn't good enough.
It definitely wasn't. This Cowboys side will look 100% different next season. But we're still here in Season 6. The Canberra Raiders, they're off to the big dance, the grand final. Eli Barnes.
Oh my God.
He's clocking the meter here. There's been a massive earthquake up here in North Queensland. Eli Barnes is running straight through it with over 381 metres. 12 line breaks, 17 tackles. This is class all over the park from the Raiders. Marshall Edwards, the backs, the forwards. You know when it's a good game when your backs and forwards match it, but then also the points come out on top.
I mean,
as the scoreboard is shown here this evening.
93 metres in 27 minutes.
27 minutes.
That's a hell of an effort.
That is class.
Luke Thompson also won't get the headlights compared to some of his other players, but
The kicking,
I mean,
his kicking game.
265 rugby to 2 try assists. That's a hell of an effort there from the Raiders 5'8". Rohan, he also had a incredible game, a couple of live breaks, really good running game. The Mando and the centers just made them pay, and in the end, it was just too good. The Raiders.
Yeah, no, I think Rahul just started off well there and with John Lewis. But that is it for the North Queensland Cowboys. But the Green Machine, the Canberra Raiders, they're off to the big dance. They're off to the grand final to join the Manly Seagulls. What a contest it's going to be. I'm excited. The whole SRL community is as well. I'm Eddie Oliver, joined by your SRL Commissioner, Lachlan Martin. We'll see you next week. Enjoy your evening.